What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $1,262 in the first hour of trading. Finished the day up $10,245. Insane day. We had a lot going on today. We freaking landed on Mars. We had the GameStop subcommittee hearing stuff. Made a lot of money off of whenever DFV opened his mouth. It seemed like GME just did this. It was kind of a crazy day. A little bit more laid back, which was kind of nice. The morning was very choppy. I was up, I think, over $5,000 or $6,000 at one point, and then I gave it all back. Well, most of it back, and you'll see that in the trades. So before we get there, as always, run a completely free chat room. Link for that Twitch stream is down below. It's completely free. If you're a new trader, come watch, learn, listen. That's what it's there for. If you're an experienced trader, come hang out, offer up your trade ideas. It's just a great community. Some trades I took today based solely off of things I wasn't watching. Someone else was. They mentioned it. I checked it out. I liked it. I took the trade. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into trades. All right, so this first clip is going to be this IZEA play and another trade, Mara. It's a little housekeeping on Mara. We'll get to that. I did take some GME. They had, obviously the big GameStop debate in the Senate subcommittee today. I thought GME would be moving a little bit earlier. It didn't. I ended up getting out of this or doubling down on it later on. When DFV opened his mouth, the thing GME shot up, and I was able to exit this trade, but I'm not going to go over it. You can kind of see this is where, GME did nothing all day. DFV opens his mouth. GameStop goes from 44 to almost 49, $5 move. Then he opened his mouth again later, a little bit later on. Every time he opened his mouth, it popped up. So anyway, I was able to get out of this GME trade profitable, but that was much later on in the day I got out of it. I won't go over it. IZEA, however, was the first trade I took. This was a news play. You can kind of see this volume spike here. That's when I heard the news. All it was a tweet. It was a nothing burger of a tweet. I got in as soon as I heard the ticker of the IZEA because I know that they love putting out headlines recently, and it usually pops the stock. This just happened to be one of those times that it was a nothing burger, and getting in early kind of hurt me. So I get in at 1669, 1668, 2,000 shares. Heard it was nothing really with the news, so I exited it as soon as I heard that for a loss of like 13, 14 cents. And then right after that, I started closing out my Mara trade. Riot, Bitcoin didn't do anything crazy overnight. Just Riot and Mara both decided to gap down. They both filled the gap. This is Riot, obviously. Mara did the same thing. They filled the gap, and then they proceeded to completely dump the rest of the day. So as it filled this gap, I took it an opportunity to exit the remainder of my calls for profit, thank goodness. But it makes me a little bit happier that I took some off the table yesterday at close, because I was like, you know what, it shouldn't gap down, but the one time that I don't take profit on this big win, it gaps down, and sure enough, it gapped down today. So this is a little housekeeping. Got out of this for a small win, thank goodness. IZEA with a tweet. I didn't do much. All right, I'm all out of the Mara. Was able to trade out of that one. So this next trade was on GTEC. GTEC was a morning gap where this thing shot up a crap ton. It was just on watch out for everybody today. What I saw here was a 5-minute play. You can kind of see this popping out of the gates, pullback candle, and I had an order ready for the candle over candle on the 5-minute chart. I had an order ready to go live at 24.70, right inside this candle. I get filled as it comes up here for the 5-minute candle over candle. And kind of stalls out here for a second. It kind of got me a little worried because I'm 4,000 shares deep at this point. 24.71, 24.75. Right in that range, right? And finally, it kind of creeps up to the high of the run, which is high day at this point, and proceeds to kind of stop here. I take half off, nice profit, $1 profit on 2,000 shares, so $2,000 winner right there. Got an exit at 25.74, and then we did break high day and got a nice pop up. Sold another 1,000 shares, 26.13, and then it started to kind of just get a little spiky and just not really get any fall through. So I exited the rest, 25.51, 25.79, and then it proceeded to freaking dump on its face. So I got lucky on that last exit because it never recovered from there. 12 o'clock tonight. That's candle over candle, a 5 minute. Not really go. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Come on, high day. Selling half. There we go. There we freaking go. Selling some more. Got 1,000 shares left. The whole level keeps like moving up and jeez. Seems all over the place. Oh, did I click it twice? I didn't mean to click it twice. I'm all out. So this next trade again was another, I believe, 5 minute play. Yeah. Yeah, another 5 minute play here. So pop, pull back, candle over candle is what I was looking for. The 5 minute candle over candle was 57.41. So that level right there breaking, this little horizontal peak of this would be the 5 minute candle over candle right here. So pop, pull back, candle over candle. That was my entry. So, but I actually had 2 entries lined up on this guy. I said, okay, well, maybe I can get an early entry if this little peak breaks. This little horizontal, this previous ceiling level. So I had an order ready here and there. And they both got filled. You can kind of see them spaced out differently down here. I got filled at 51.31, that's this guy, and 50 or 57.31, and then 57.48 right here as we're breaking the 5 minute candle over candle. And the idea was that it would come up to this flat top, break that, and then obviously break high day right behind it. Well, I got the initial jump here, and I kind of took profit, took 2,000 shares off at 57.71. It started to bobble around here, and I took the other half off at 57.56. Nice wins overall, but it's, and then I started to try to put an order in and said, okay, if it comes back up to this level, I'll be a buyer. As I was typing it in, it jumped right over that area. I mean, literally seconds late to the party. That is what it is. What it is. So if I had held another 10 seconds, this could have turned into a monster winner. But you know, that's trading for you. So if you make this a diagonal, kind of can get an early entry here too. CCIV was on CNBC last night as well. So it's one fill. I have another order ready if this level breaks, which it just did. Okay. Didn't break 50. Man, the spreads got wide. So we broke the 5 minute there, and it needs to go. Like if it doesn't, it's like, okay, here we go. And then right back under. 50, 60, okay, a little bit better. Okay. Okay. 70. Selling half. Lock in some profits. Ooh, nice, Phil. This big level at 92. It's a big level. Ooh. I'll sell the rest, and I'm going to have an order ready for 57.92 if it breaks. 57.91. 57.99. Oh, it just broke it. So this is a news play that burned me. It doesn't usually, they don't usually burn me this bad, but this one was like a, okay, I knew this is a volatile stock. I played it yesterday and it moves crazy. It really does know how to move like $1 in a second, it seems like. And this is one of those times where it moved way quicker than I would have liked. And I only took 2,000 shares. Normally I take a 4,000 share lot. That's what I've been doing recently. Knowing that this is a volatile stock, I only took 2,000 shares, and it still burned me more than I was comfortable with. So it was a news headline about an announcement. I really thought that, you know, when I got over here, yes, I saw this huge green candle, but it didn't register that, hey, that's like a $3 move. Maybe not jump in this at this point. Kind of see that's where the news came out, and I just happened to, did I top tick this? I almost did. Look at that. I got in at 76.88. And the high of this candle was 76.90. That's where I got in, right? Really unlucky. And I saw it as it was kind of, but you know, with news plays, like I said, there's a point, it fires hard out of the gates, comes to a kind of a, like throwing a ball up in the air. It comes to a point where it stops and then comes back the other way. And you can kind of see that it felt it. It just kind of just stopped here, it's bouncing around. And I was like, nope, the hype's gone. I got to exit. And it hurt. It did hurt. Not going to lie. I got in at 76.88, got out at 75.25. So that's like $1.60 loss on 2,000 shares. Like, that one hurt. That was most of my profit out of the morning. Left me with over $1,000, but you know, still not one that I really wanted to take, but it was the right decision because look what happened to the stock afterwards. I mean, it never came close to these levels, and that's what I say. If the stock doesn't do what thought it was going to do, you got to cut it loose and move on because more times than not, it reverses against you and just looks like complete poop. So it didn't do what I thought it was going to do when I got in. I had to get out. It was the right decision. Oh, it broke it. It didn't do anything. So watch it on the downside. EH. Headline. Provides major announcement. Oh, great. About the freaking high of this candlestick. It's great. That's just great. Yeah.
CCIV got daily cock.
So this one was my fault. It was a good trade that I didn't trade the plan, and it burned me. It'll be two trades in one here. So NETE is the first trade. High days up here at this point, kind of looking at it like this. See this candle over candle that leads to almost that level, another pullback, and I want to play this 1 minute play here, looking for the break not only of this level in here, but also the high of the run, which is high day. And I get all that, right? I get a nice entry. I get filled at 1750, Actually, I don't get a good fill. I think that's right. I remember switching this ticker pretty quickly and seeing the setup and taking the setup as soon as I saw it, and the fill was not good. So I get filled high for one, but I got the break that I was looking for. The main thing I was looking for is a break of high of the run, followed by 1750, and I sat there and watched it. It didn't rip into this orbit. I was looking at this area up here. I'm like, I mean, after this huge move from $14.63 up to $17, $3 move in 5 minutes, surely this thing can move $1, right? Or 50 cents for that matter, and it just didn't. It didn't do it. And I saw the price action coming back down to that 50-cent level, and I just refused to sell, and it ended up being a bag holder on this thing. But before I sold, I took another trade, IZEA. This one was news. You can kind of see the volume spike here. Benzinga called it out. It was IZEA. I think the news had something to do with support for Clubhouse, which I believe, I don't use Apple products, but I think that's something with Apple that's in beta. I don't know. I took 8,000 shares when I heard it, and I slowly exited this for, it was a small win at, let's see, I got in at 476, 78, 77, and 78, and I exited 4,000 shares at 480 and 4,000 shares at 481. So a small win there on a lot of shares. And then back to NETE, and I was like, okay, I need to deal with this. It didn't do what I thought it was going to do. I need to start exiting. NETE is a very, very, very low float stock, so I had to be very slow exiting. If I tried to exit 4,000 shares, I could easily drop the stock by 50, 60 cents by myself. So I did it slowly. It didn't crush the bid. I mean, you can kind of see me taking 500 share sells out at 17, 16, 18, 15, 12, and then 2,000 shares at 17, 12. So it was a nice loser, but I had to get out, and it was the right call, again, because it just never really did anything after that. All right, there it goes. Oh, oh, the bid just disappeared. Not what you want to see. Okay, I can't watch this. I have to exit this, and it's going to be ugly. Headline on IZEA. All right, back to dealing with this bag. Okay, that sucks because it was a nice play, and I just didn't exit. I was too slow. I was getting greedy. I saw all this space up here. I was like, here it goes. This is the move. This is the move. Nope, it wasn't the move. This next trade was CCIV. This one was a 5-minute play. And again, you can kind of see that pop, pullback, candle over candle. That's pop, pop, pullback, and then candle over candle happened right there. They called it out in chat. I said, okay, let me go check it out. And sure enough, I was like, yep, I see a couple things here. You got your horizontals. This is like a, let me just get rid of them. A, B, C, and then D pattern here on the 1 minute, but it's also, that area is also the 5-minute candle over candle from right here. And I was like, okay, I flipped to it immediately. I immediately saw what it was, and that only comes with experience without having to draw it every single time. But I immediately took the trade. I was like, yep, if it breaks this level, probably breaks high of the run, and then I probably break the 50-cent level and probably get a pop after that. And the CCIV has just been, this is a SPAC. Merger with Lucid Motors is all but assured at this point, but the valuation is still way higher than what the merger is supposed to. It's just an insane stock right now. So anytime it gets hot, it's certainly a trader. So I took 6,000 shares total, got in at, I'll just mark where I got in, 60, 11, 60, 15, oops, well, right, 60, 11, 60, 15, 60, 13. And I exited as it kind of crossed this horizontal here. I kind of exited into this candle, exited 60.28, 60.35, and 60.17. I was like, I'm taking profit on this one because I'm not going to let it get away from me. Of course, the one that I cut early is the one that jumps even higher, but whatever. I wanted to make money on it. I stuck to the trading plan, and that's more important. I turned a scalp into a, let's try for a bigger move. CCIV moving, yep. 5-minute play, I like it. 60.08, 60.33, high of the run. Discovery that 20 level. It's 20, 28, 33. Trying it. Got it. Got it. See, I'm scalping there. I freaking screwed up the last one. Not missing it out on this one. All right, first hour's in the bag. 1,262 bucks. Gave back quite a bit of that. Big gains and gave them back. So still green. Got this sucker. We'll see what happens with that today.